What's up, everybody? Spare Would Have Gotten here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Space Engineers, back on the Elite Sleepless Station project, which I will admit is not going as smoothly as I would have liked it to. I have thought of a different design here for the tire part to keep the track on course. And that's using what we saw in the last inspiration episode with the elevators, the rotors instead of the actual steering wheels. And the reason for that is a couple things. One, I can get closer to the track, or to the interior part here. For example, I can go one up and something like that, and it's a little bit closer than we had the other ones, which is always good. The other reason being it gives us more leeway this way. As far as we noticed in the last episode, the way this is aligned, it was banging into the metal part here more than the actual tire. This gives us more tire to work with, so it won't be as bad. We're gonna test this out though and see how well this works. I know some people had commented in the last episode about, like, how did you expect two squares to spin when they're almost the same size? I didn't. It was really to test out the mechanics of the wheels and see if they would work correctly, and they didn't. I really wasn't expecting it to actually spin properly though. So we're definitely going to have to trim this down, and on that, some of this may need to be revised. We'll have to see. But see, like, that's a good example of how much closer I could get to the frame part here. The only thing is, I'm not entirely sure... Wow, I'm getting, like, really close. Oops! Don't break blocks. I'm not entirely sure if the rotors by default are going to be set to, like a neutral. I think they are, but I'm not positive on that. Something like that, mayhaps. And then these will keep it from coming too far out of alignment if it were to jar, and it should kind of... It might ping-pong a little. I'm hoping it won't. But again, this is all early stage practice, basically. I'm not really confident that all this will work the way it's supposed to. I'm a decent... and I say decent loosely, artistic designer, but I'm not all that wonderful at mechanicals in this game. Which is really kind of ironic, because I love doing that kind of stuff in, like the modded Minecraft where there's machinery. I love making contraptions in laboratories and all that. And on this one, I'm not really that good at using motors and mechanics and rotors and all that to do what I want. And I'm not really sure if I will need this many, or if they're even in the right place. Kind of like I said before, it'll just be kind of a practice makes perfect kind of thing. Okay, this one is for some reason pulled away a bit more. I really don't know how I measured it one way, and then it still ended up being off on the different ends of the station. I don't really know how that happened. Because the dimensions are off. As far as the outer frame and the inner frame, they're not even. And I don't really know why. I really hope all of these are set to, like, neutral. Otherwise we're gonna have to reset all of them, which is no fun. And I probably won't even need this many. But, like I said, I don't know what I need right now. This is almost attuned to my Kerbal episodes of just building random thrusters and seeing if it works. Alright, I'm gonna pause it real quick, and then we'll take a shot at seeing how this one works over the last one. Okay, so we have a copy of this saved before we do anything. And when I checked the rotors, all of these are set with how fast it will accelerate, applied when the rotor is turned on. There's no braking torque, however. So I think it should be fine. I don't know. Let's find out. What did I say we set this to? Like 0.5? Sure. Oh crap. I always do that. I always forget that one landing gear that's holding it in place. Okay, I heard some... Oh wait, what happened here? How did you do that? Not that it matters, it's already stuck, but still, how did you elude me? I'll have to change that. Okay. So it's still damaging blocks for some reason. That kind of makes me feel like these aren't spinning, which would be bad. So let's turn the torque on them all the way off. Oops. Everything else... Oh, let's turn the rotors off. That might help. I mean, it's still gonna move the block right now because we don't have the proper edging set up. Oop. No, get rid of that. Okay, let's... Oops, that was a shift. And you know what? I don't know why I just realized this, but I have not had the mirror effect on this entire time, which would be highly useful. Well, except that I can't get a proper measurement from it. Never mind. It's not gonna work. Okay, so we trimmed that. Let's take an edge off of this one. I'll take that. Whoops, that's not good. Huh. That's gonna cause problems. Here we go. Who else needs a trimming? Trim that off. I'm not quite understanding why the tires are damaging blocks, though. Because they're supposed to just roll. I know that this isn't exactly proportioned correctly, but it's still kind of the... mechanics should still be in play. Again, refer back to not the best engineer in the world. Okay, the good news is it does look like they're starting to spin, which is something we needed to have happen if this was going to have any chance of working. Okay, now we need to find the ones that are getting stuck still, which is further back. So I might need to lower this landing gear, possibly. Yeah, see, that I don't understand that. Why are you damaging things? You should just be a tire that's rolling. know what? Are we making any progress here? I'm gonna play around with this a little bit and see what we get. I'll be back in a minute. Well, the minor mishap, minor setback with, wow, okay. So that didn't work very well at all. Yeah, about that. Huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, I was going along and just trimming little edges at a time, and apparently one of the landing gears, like, poked a hole in the thing, and then it just started getting torn up to shreds. And, this is our hangar door now. Huh. So, I don't know if this is going to work or not. We've had a lot of problems. I've had a lot of problems. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that could make this work. The idea behind it of reenacting having the inner part be stationary and the outer part spin. I'm sure a lot of people could do that, actually. But my particular flavor of designing this has had a lot of issues lately. Culminating in this lovely fiasco that we have before us. So I'm wondering, between that and the shape problems that we discussed before of like how to get the blocks to work, I'm wondering if we should kind of just scrap this project, to be honest. It's kind of what I'm thinking. And maybe go back to not the same design that I had before, but possibly possibly just doing a smaller station design, because this actually got a lot larger when I was trying to fit the Mark II through the door. It made the whole design a lot bigger than I wanted it to be. I wanted a smaller scale version of the Elite station. But let me ask you guys this. I've been contemplating, especially with some of the, oh, we don't have any gravity on this. Especially with some of the problems I'd been having on this station design. I'd seen a lot of interesting mods coming out. And I'm thinking about ending Season 2 of our Let's Play, and starting a Season 3, which is like a survival modded, or just a survival modded, version. Or, another thing we could do is a, what was I gonna say? Not survival, but like a let's build. We could do that too. You know what? I need gravity and power, because this would just be funny to stand here while this spins. Power. There we are. Okay. Now I can stand on the spinning platform of destruction and doom and talk at you for a minute. Where did the hangar door go anyway? Oh, that's way over there. That's awesome. So yeah, I've been kind of toying with the idea of doing a modded survival and kind of doing a map reset and starting over, kind of fresh, new ideas, new ships, new everything, just start from scratch. There's been a lot of updates, and I think it might benefit us to do so. The bigger question I have for you guys, I think this kind of sealed the deal for me. Like, I was trying to make it work with the tires, like a new design, and trying to trim it and work with it and see what I could come up with, but then when it all just fell apart, like exploded in my face, it was kind of like, maybe this is a sign that we should just start fresh, start new. New ideas, new blocks, new mods, new everything. Let's just start anew. So let me know what you guys think about that, particularly in whether or not you would want a let's build like I originally started Space Engineers with, just coming up with new designs using the new blocks that are modded and all that kind of stuff, or would you actually prefer a survival with mods and things of that nature? So this one might be a little bit short, because, yeah, there's not a whole lot to do left on this ship, or station. This kind of went kaplooey. So yeah, I think I might go ahead and end the episode here, on that cliffhanger, as to what happens next. What will happen? What will happen next? Nobody knows. But do let me know what you guys think, thoughts and comments on that, as far as whether you would enjoy a modded survival or a modded let's build, which you would prefer, so on and so forth, etc, etc, etc. I'm pretty sure that I just said etc like 3 different ways, by the way, and I'm not sure if any of them were right. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, hope you got a laugh, or something, out of this chaotic and destructive episode. In the meantime, I will see you guys next time. Peace!